Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's AFD interview. Today, we're going to be talking to Jade. Hi, Jade. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to ask, how do you pronounce your last name?
Tortorice.
Tortorice.
Yeah.
Okay. You seem to be a bit muffled all of a sudden.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, great. This is great. Okay.
Okay.
So you know the drill. Today we're going to be asking you a bunch of questions, just to ask you about not only WinterMix, but about your own journey through dance, and just get to know you a little bit and share your story to our audience. So the first question, and this is always a loaded question, but what does dance mean to you?
Well, dance, I've been dancing my entire life since I was 3. Always have, always will. And it's just really important in my life, and I honestly don't know what I would do without it. It's always been there. My mom was a dancer, my dad's a stagehand, so it's kind of just something that's been in my life, and it's not something that could leave,
Yeah.
like, no matter what I do. So
Yeah.
it means a lot to me. It's odd when I'm not dancing or time off.
When did you start dancing?
I was 3.
Oh, wow. Okay. So as soon as you could walk, you started dancing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So you say that it's a huge part of your life, that it's always been part of your life, but just kind of like going off and into that a bit deeper, why is it that you truly dance? Like, although dance is just a part of your life, like what drives you in it?
I love the aspect of being in front of a big crowd and having the confidence to do something. Like, you can mess up and that's your one and only chance. Like, you may not have multiple shows or like things to like go for it. You can just have that one moment where it needs to be like the best of your ability. And
Yeah.
I just love that it's taught me that you can't think about things too hard. You just have to go for it, and if it works out, that's great. But if it doesn't,
Then you learn from it, right?
exactly, yeah.
Um, that's a great attitude to have. I think it takes a lot of people a lot of time to learn that skill, and it's great that you were able to find that through dance,
Yeah,
because you can basically apply that to any aspect of your life.
exactly, yeah.
um, but let's take a step around and let's talk about WinterMix. So, how did you hear about WinterMix?
Well, Sarah came to my studio for just an acting for dancers intensive.
Yeah.
And once the weekend was over, she DM'd me and was like, "Hey, there's WinterMix." Like, she talked about it while she was there. But
Yeah.
then she DM'd me and was like, "You should come. You would love it. I know I'm in Philadelphia, so Arizona's kind of a hike for me." But she was like, "You'll love it. It's over Christmas break." And yeah, I just saw it and I was like, "I'll do it. It's going to be so much fun."
Yeah, that's amazing. What is one of your fondest memories from your time during WinterMix?
Well, I've done like previous summer intensives.
Oh, I can't hear you. No, no. Oh no. Okay, one moment. Do you want to try that again? That's so odd. Um, okay, can you try again?
Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
I can hear you
Okay.
now. Yeah.
So I got there and I've done previous intensives, like summer intensives, and two of my friends that I've actually met, I met them in an intensive in New York, were there, and I had no idea they were coming until the day before. So it was so nice to like see them and have no idea I was going to be able to spend those 3 days with them. And like, and I also loved working in front of a camera. I've never had an opportunity like that before.
Yeah.
And being so young, you can't just like walk up somewhere and be like, "Can I try this?" Like,
Yeah.
it was just like it worked, and it was just such a nice experience to learn from.
That's so awesome. Yeah, I've seen what WinterMix has kind of brought out, right? Like, I see the end result. I don't really see what goes in there, but I've heard nothing but amazing things from everyone that I've been speaking to over the last couple of weeks, and it's so great to hear that you feel the same way too.
it's such a great environment there. It was just so comforting. I knew that only those two people, and we weren't even like the same group.
Yeah.
We were in the same like age group, but not the color group is what we
Which
had.
which group were you in?
I was in blue.
Oh, okay. What was
Yeah.
blue like?
It was like in the video, like what was the concept behind
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly, it was like we were very in like similar outfits and like kind of like towards the end of his thought process.
Yeah.
Like kind of I don't really know what's happening. Like everything's just kind of around me and moving very slowly or fast, and it was just like a big like kind of controlling him still, but not knowing exactly where it was going.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So aside from WinterMix, what would you say are some of your biggest accomplishments outside of the program?
Outside the program, I wouldn't say like there's a specific like moment in my life where I'm like this is my biggest accomplishment, but I
Well, I
think
feel like if it's now, then it's too soon, right?
yeah. So like I feel like as a person I've grown to like kind of just like scoff people off and be like I don't really care what you think, like I'm gonna do what I want to do. And in these past few years where I've had that thought process, it's just been I've had some of the best moments of my life.
Yeah.
And it was just so great to not worry about anything. And I think that's a big accomplishment of my life because
Yeah.
I always thought about what people thought of me.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like, well, it doesn't matter what they think. I'm having fun. So I'm
Yeah,
doing
and
what I love.
as long as you're happy, that's what matters, right?
Yeah,
And you can't dictate your life based on other people's expectations of you. So,
exactly. Yeah.
um, so even though we just talked about accomplishments, are there any kind of goals that you would like to accomplish over the rest of this year, whatever we have left in terms of your dance? Or do you have like any goals that you would love to achieve in like the next like few years? Anything that catches your eye right now as soon as I
Well,
say that?
yeah, I'm a senior in high school, so this is like my
Yeah.
as I can because when I go to college, it depends on where I'm gonna go. It depends on their programs if I'm gonna be able to dance there or I'm gonna have to like train myself somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like getting as strong as I can to be able to achieve my life of dance even in college if I'm not given the opportunity to dance at the specific school I go to.
Yeah.
And I eventually want to go into law school, but before that I want to be able to have a dance career
Yeah.
like after college, like when I have some little time in my life. It would be
Yeah.
amazing to just be able to dance and work like that
Yeah.
before I continue my education.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's really amazing. I am really excited for you. Any ideas for like where you want to go or anything like that?
I'm applying to New York University
Yeah.
and George Washington University in DC.
Yeah.
So those are my top two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm really excited. I hope you're able to get an opportunity to dance at school as well so that you don't have to look too far away because
Yeah.
first year in itself is like difficult on its own. Um, so we talked about you talked about accepting yourself and just doing things for yourself and not caring about what people think. But I assume that getting to that point stemmed from some sort of obstacle or some sort of hardship that you faced. Did you feel like there were a few obstacles in your way that were withholding you from being the best dancer that you could be?
Yeah, I think it was when I was around 12, I moved to my most recent studio. And when I moved there, I kind of put it in my mind that I wasn't like as good as them because I came from a very small studio that ended up closing.
Yeah.
And like didn't grasp that I wasn't like I was doing fine. I was just growing up. Like you can't be wouldn't say it was an obstacle. What was an obstacle, but not like a moment. It was more so my own mindset that had trouble figuring out that
Yeah.
life was okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that it's it's so difficult. Like I myself am not a dancer, but
Mhm.
like in my specific art form, whether it's writing or photography, I oftentimes find that it's my mindset that holds me back
Exactly.
from being the best version of myself.
Mhm.
Even though there's it's just anxiety or it's stress or it's things
Yeah.
like that that just withhold me from being where I need to be. um so I totally understand that. um so during tough times or just in general, when you're going through any sort of obstacles, who do you feel is your biggest support, or who do you feel is extremely influential in your life when it comes to your dance?
Well, I always have the support system of my parents. I've never had like a moment where they've doubted me or said like you can't dance anymore, you need to take some school or something. Like I've never had that experience.
Yeah.
Like they were always in love. But who like influences me? I would say like just the people around me is amazing
Yeah.
because I'm surrounded by some of the best dancers and the kindest people, and I think it's just having that energy around you is just so inspiring to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I don't know what I would do without the people around me in terms of, yeah. Um so let's say those people aren't around, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say for whatever reason they're all really busy. Um what would you do at times where you're feeling demotivated to inspire yourself to pick yourself back up again? Like what motivates you when you're feeling down or stressed or upset about stuff?
Well, I never have a free moment to myself, so I always like have to think about this honestly.
Yeah.
And it's just like I have to think about the light at the end of the tunnel. Like there's always something there
Yeah.
to there's a goal that you have to meet, and in order to get there you have to get through the stuff you don't want to.
Yeah.
And I'm very self-motivating. Like I know I need to do certain things or do the things that I really don't want to do.
Yeah.
So I think it stems from like my confidence in myself because I'm a very confident person. I'm not afraid to in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
So I think it's that motivates me that I know there's going to be a great outcome in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's what I oftentimes, like, after talking to people over the last couple of weeks, like all they've been saying is like just keep going, just keep going
Yeah.
until you get to that place where you're happy, where you're feeling like you're finally accomplishing things. And sometimes it's a struggle, but when you get there, it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so in terms of looking back inward as well, um what qualities in yourself do you think it like attributes to your success in dance?
Like I just said, my confidence I think has helped me tremendously as a dancer because I have never been scared to go up on stage and just dance. That just doesn't make me nervous at all.
Yeah.
So I think that has been able to bring out different things in me that I've just been able to like try new things and do things that I'm not comfortable with. So
Yeah,
I think my confidence has really, really helped me.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And finally, this is our last question. I know you, it just flew by. um Oh, hello, computer. Um, what advice would you give to your younger self or to other young dancers or artists that are trying to get to the point where you are right now?
I think it's that you need to work hard in order to get to a point where you're happy because when I was younger, I didn't work as hard as I do now. I just went through the motions and thought, oh, that's enough. Like, I'm doing it. But now that I'm like working hard and I'm training almost every day for hours on hours,
Yeah.
it just has really solidified my love for dance and understanding that this is like what I want to do in my life.
Yeah.
So continue to work hard and it will all work out in the end if you work hard for it.
Yeah. I think that oftentimes when we're younger, when we find that we have a talent for something, or that when we have um, an affinity for something, we just get by doing the bare minimum, or just like we don't have to try to be good at that. But the point is to not necessarily do it, but get better at it, right? So
Yeah.
so the harder you work, the better you get at it, and then success is just like along the way. It just comes along.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree completely.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time today, Jade. It was so great to hear from you and speak to you. And yeah, if you guys would like to follow Jade, we'll link her Instagram down below. But yeah, thank you so much. Have a great day, okay?
Thank you, you too.
All right, bye.